Hey queens and bitches, welcome back to the channel. Happy Pride Month, everyone. June is officially here and got to represent, right? Love my golden girls. Thank you for being a friend. Really appreciate you being here. So this month I'm coming at you from a different angle because I'm doing something different this month for Pride Month. I'm leaving the horror behind and focusing on 6 LGBTQ plus books, only one of which is a thriller. I have started one already. So before we get into what I'm actually reading, I just want to take a moment and thank you all for being here. And if you do identify as an LGBTQIAP plus, whatever you identify as, just remember you are loved, and that's all that matters, right? So let's get right into it. So the first book I want to tell you about is one I have already started, and that is Camp by LC Rosen. I've had this one for over a year. I'm so glad to have finally started it. I'm already 150 pages into it out of like 400. So this is a story about a 16-year-old boy named Randy who identifies as gay. Every summer he goes to Camp Outland where he has made some drama friends and has fallen for this guy named Hudson, who is very athletic and very masculine and only into other masculine guys. Well, Randy is not masculine. He's always been on the feminine side. He likes to wear nail polish and he likes unicorn bed sheets and stuff, but he has fallen so hard for Hudson that this year he is determined to make Hudson fall in love with him. And he's only going to be able to do so by changing himself into Hudson's ideal man. So, he's cut his hair, he's lost some weight, he's been a little more active, he's changed his clothing. He's decided that this year he's not going to audition for the drama play. He is going to do everything that Hudson does, and immediately the plan starts to work. Hudson starts talking to Randy, but Randy has not only changed his appearance and interests, but also his name, and he goes by the name of Dale now. And so Hudson starts talking to Dale immediately, and things are going superbly. His friends are kind of jealous in a way. They don't think this is going to work, but so far it is, and I'm really enjoying it. But I'm just gonna say, I don't see this working out very well for Randy. You can't really change who you are. And if you feel like you have to in order to land your dream guy, chances are it's not gonna work, honey. Sorry. But being 16, you can't tell a 16-year-old anything about love. They know it all, right? So I'm really enjoying this one. I can't wait to see how it ends. Next up on the list is one called They Both Die at the End by Silvera. Now, apparently in this story there is a company called Deathcast who can tell you when you are going to die. And so this company calls 2 boys, Mateo and Rufus, one day and inform them that they only have 24 hours to live. Bummer. But luckily there's an app that can bring them together to share their last moments, develop this friendship really quickly, and just live out their best life, live an adventurous one last day together, and that's all I really know. I'm really looking forward to reading it. Next up, I'm going to be reading Golden Boys by Phil Stamper. So it is the summer before their senior year, and 4 gay best friends are about to embark on their own adventures, I guess after high school. One's going to Florida, one's going to Washington, D.C., and I forget where the other ones are going, but, you know, what does that mean for their friendship? Will they be able to remain friends even after they graduate high school and start living their own lives in separate states, and I think maybe even a separate country? Not sure. Yes, Reese is going to design school or something in Paris. Gay Paris. So, oh, look, I just noticed there's Washington and New York and Florida and Paris in sunglasses. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I've heard a lot of great things about this one. I was kind of hoping it was going to be about 4 middle-aged gay men when I first heard about this, but no, unfortunately I can't find any books on that topic. If you know of any, let me know. Would love to read it. But yeah, golden boys, golden girls. That's why I thought it might be about middle-aged gay men, but regardless, I'm really looking forward to checking this one out as well. I need to stop saying that. I think I'm the most excited about this next one. That is Here's to Us by Becky Albertalli and Adam Silvera again. So this is the sequel to What If It's Us that came out in 2018, I think it was. I don't really know anything about this one, and I kind of prefer it that way. I really loved What If It's Us. It is the only book that I have ever sobbed at. Yes, I can admit that. So, when I heard there was going to be a sequel, I was like, hell yeah, I will definitely be reading that. I loved Ben and Arthur. All I know about this one is it's set 2 years after the events of the first book, and Arthur is returning to New York City, and he has a boyfriend named Mikey, and Ben somehow comes back into the picture. I don't know anything else. I don't want to know anything else. I loved What If It's Us, so I'm really hoping that I love this one just as much. I think I will. Okay, so those first 4 books were obviously young adult novels, which as a middle-aged gay man, you know, I enjoy reading about young love. It reminds me of myself at that age, and of course, I didn't come out of the closet until I was 20. I didn't have any gay experiences until I was 20 also. So it is nice to read something that is not young adults. And so these last 2 are not really young adults. The first one is called The Guncle by Stephen Rowley. I think that's how you pronounce it. But I love the cover. So apparently in this story, it is about a guy named Patrick who has a niece and a nephew. So Patrick lives in Palm Springs, and his brother and his children and wife live in Connecticut. So Patrick has his own life, and he lives, I guess, a typical gay man's life. He loves his niece and nephew from afar, but one day I think their mother passes away, and their father has his own health crisis. So gay Uncle Patrick, Gup for short, has taken on the role of primary guardian, and so the niece and nephew have to come out and live with him for a while. So that's a life-altering experience. Having 2 young children in a single gay man's house, he has to change a lot about himself and about the place in order to accommodate the 2 young children. I'm really excited about this one. It is, I think, going to be really cute, and I think Patrick is in for some self-discovery. So the last book on this TBR is going to be one that came out last year. It is a thriller, and it is called Bathhouse by PJ Vernon. I'm so ready to read this one. I've owned it for several months. I didn't get to it in April, and of course in May I read nothing but Richard Matheson, so this is the perfect month to finally read this one. It is about a guy named Oliver who is in a happy relationship with a successful doctor, I believe it is, and so everything is working out great. He is a former addict, a recovering addict, I think, but as is typical, I guess, not only in the gay community, but straights as well. I mean, infidelity runs rampant. I think that's why so many gay couples are in open relationships, because they know they're not going to be able to be with just one person. And if that works for you, that's great. No judgment here. So that's what happens in this story. Oliver goes to a bathhouse to get a little something on the side. He's not telling his partner, so obviously they are not in an open relationship. But once he gets there, he goes into this private room where something bad happens. He ends up with bruises on his neck, and so he has to do what he has always done and done the best, and that is lie to his partner about how the bruises got there. But things quickly escalate and it becomes a true thriller, and that's all I really know about it. I've heard mixed reviews about this one. Some people love it, some people do not like it at all. So it'll be interesting to see what my opinions on it will be. So those are the 6 books that I plan to read in June. Hopefully I will get to all of them. I think it's going to be a breath of fresh air, honestly. I mean, when you read and watch pretty much nothing but horror, it can be a good thing to take a break from that sometimes, you know, and read and watch other things. And that's what I'm doing this month. I can't wait to read all of these gay stories. It's just going to be a fabulous time. So let me know if you've read any of these and what you thought about them. I would love to know. Like I said, I am enjoying camp. I still have over halfway to go on that one, so I can't wait to see how that ends. And of course, I'm looking forward to reading all of these, obviously. I mean, it goes without saying, but I say it all the time after each one because it's like, how do you wrap up talking about a book? I don't know. If you are going to any Pride celebrations this month, I would love to hear about that as well. Unfortunately, Knoxville is not having gay Pride events until September, so that is still several months away. I'm not sure about the reasons behind the change of that. It will be the first one since 2019, so it's great that things are finally starting to slowly resemble life the way it was. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful, fabulous Pride Month, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.